my pleasure to introduce Senator John Haste. Well, good morning. This is a great day. Chief Hoskins, I have to start off by saying this is the second groundbreaking I've been to here in Tahlequah. The one I was at previously was before I was a state senator, and Chief Baker was the chief. I was here in my role as vice chair of the OSU Medical Authority when we broke ground on the med school here in Tahlequah. And so again, another great investment in higher education that will benefit the entire state. So very excited to be here now again for this fantastic groundbreaking. To step back, and Co-Chair Hilbert, I'm sure will agree with this, when we started this process over 2 years ago, we were going into a little bit of new territory from a standpoint of working with the federal dollars that were coming in. We were dealing with a pandemic, and how are we going to come out of that much stronger than we went into it? And so the ARPA was set up, committee members, working groups, and so Representative Hilbert and I were named co-chairs of the Health and Human Services Working Group. And so the state of Oklahoma received $1.87 billion. Now, that's a lot of money. But when we opened up the portal and we had all the applications come into that portal, we received $18 billion request for that $1.87 billion. So obviously that means 10%, 1 in 10 projects we would be able to fund. So for out of that group, out of every 10 project, we were going to make 1 entity happy and 9 not so happy. But that's okay. This was a situation of, okay, it wasn't that hard to say, well, we need to say yes to these. What was hard was saying which ones that we were not able to. But from the very get-go, Representative Hilbert and I knew this was one of those, and I'll just call it a no-brainer. When you look at what you already had here, the roots, the foundation of the optometry school here in Tahlequah, we talk about top 10. Well, we're already top 3. So, and it was mentioned a couple of times already. Basically, we needed to bring up the resources, the facilities that we had in support of this top 3 optometry school to match up to that, so that we can also support additional students. Because as we all knew, and we all know, optometrists are critical to healthcare. And that was one of the big things that came out of the research that we were doing related to the shortage of healthcare providers. Well, optometrists are a critical part of that goes way beyond the eyes, and you guys know that much better than I. And so, and it's also been mentioned, we were just 2 of the many people that were involved in this process. The others have been from the legislature that are here, but also I must mention again, Senator Thompson, Senator Hall, Representative Wallace. Those were all critical in helping to make sure this came together. But it's also all of you, because you would come and speak to us about the importance of this. We did the tour of the current facilities. And again, it made it very obvious, okay, we can do better. But also, it's just very exciting to know that the very high percentage of students that go to this school stays in Oklahoma, and supports Oklahoma, whether in urban areas or whether in rural areas. It's about Oklahoma. And that's all we can ask in any program that we do. But also, I just also want to mention that through the ARPA process, one of the things that came out loud and clear that we were able to accomplish, and it's been mentioned multiple times here, was collaboration. These projects were not, the state had a role in it, the tribes had a role in it, local government, the counties, the cities, all came together, private donations, as in the Optometry Association, their involvement. This happened for so many different projects throughout the state. And that was something I'm very proud of. We did it the right way. We accomplished things, and at the end of the day, it will be a betterment for the citizens of the state of Oklahoma. And so with that, I would like to ask Asa Robbins, the Northeastern Student Government Association President, to come up next. And, you know, at the end of the day, this is about the students. You know, we're here, we've done our thing, we're moving on, but it's about the future. And so now you get to hear from the future. Thank you.